It's a sport that even grandmas can do, if they're willing and able to try. Chris Heinrich entered the speed climbing event at the Huntsman World Senior Games. She brought her entourage of family, children, and grandchildren to the event.
So I'm 54. I started climbing about a year and a half ago just because my sons climb and they said they kept nagging me to come, so I was like, whatever, they'll stop asking. And then when I climbed the first time, I loved it so much, and so I've kind of been climbing every day since, and I just love it.
Climbing is one of the newest sporting events for seniors this year. The events were held at the Contact Climbing Gym in St. George.
We have probably 50% locals and 50% people that have come from elsewhere, which we think is good. We probably have 50% men and women, so that's also very good.
At age 74, Robert Pringle loves putting on his climbing belt and climbing shoes and heading to the walls. He entered the speed climbing contest.
Well, the speed climbing is it's a relatively new sport. It was in the Olympics this year, so a lot of people got to watch that. It's incredible how quickly the men and women do go up the wall. I think the men's speed record is 4.74 seconds. You have to know where you want to go with both your hands and feet. And it seems like it should all be hands, but it's just like climbing in general. The most important thing is footwork.
It's the same line every single time. So no matter whether you're climbing it in Italy or whether you're climbing it in France or here or Canada or wherever, the line is identical. And the holds are all positioned exactly the same. So you learn the route to the degree that you can climb it very, very fast.
Today's event was lead climbing. Competitors listen to the rules before choosing their colored paths on the walls. There are several different routes that people can climb. Lead climbing is when you rely on yourself to rope in while climbing and clipping in.
I felt very high. They're much higher than our gyms at home. We only go up to about 35, 45 feet, so it's a little different. I just had to get my willies out and get on the wall, and I gave it a shot to run up it and get it done.
While the experienced climbers make it all the way to the top of the 55-foot wall, others might only make it halfway and still receive half the points. The spotters and those keeping score use special glasses to be able to see the climbers without having to strain their necks.
My head is right here, but my eyes are...
Bob also took on the lead climbing, where he made it all the way to the top and back down.
Most people who have never climbed don't realize that modern climbing with modern ropes and techniques is extremely safe, and especially gym climbing where there's no danger of rock fall and things of that nature. A challenge. My heart's pumping.
We run the gamut. We have a 52-year-old and then we have an 86-year-old. So lots of people all the way in between. The largest number of people that are participating are in the 60s.
I took a long time off, and then when I heard that they're having this event, I come back again.
What do you like about climbing?
It's fun.
I started climbing in Tennessee without instruction. We just started figuring it out. But pretty soon I was in Yosemite climbing with really good guides, so that helped a lot.
Why do you like it?
Both mental and physical stimulation.
Gives you both physical exercise and mental exercise. So at the end of a climbing day, you're physically exhausted and mentally exhausted in a good way, in the best of ways. It's very Zen-like sport.
And judging by today's events, they're expecting this sport will only grow from here.
You know, there are a number of aging athletes in the climbing scene who were competitive athletes 20-something, 30-something years ago, and they'll be aging into the 50-plus category over the next 5 to 10 years. So we think that it's just only going to get bigger.